Stick around to find out how you can back up all your music with Backblaze.com for less than one of those triple oat milk half sweet foam lattes with sprinkles. Unlimited cloud backup, stunningly cheap. Links are in the description. Don't lose your projects. Engineers, it's been a while, has it not? Well, your boy Dahl got himself contracted with a Canadian non-profit organization which required much travel to Canadian cities. And I just got back from Ottawa and Vancouver, and boy, are my arms tired. Don't worry, Plugins This Week is getting a revamp. We're going to be a total audio news station for you guys, and we'll be here every week. Stay tuned. Let's get it. New this week, Audio Hertz Echo Clock. Audio Hertz has dropped Echo Clock, a multi-effect delay plugin that mashes together delay, chorus, reverb, and saturation under one retro-styled 80s clock face. I woke up to an alarm clock just like this for many years. It aims to capture analog delay warmth without the sticky tape, offering delay times up to 3,500 milliseconds, tempo sync, ping-pong control, mid-side width, filters, and built-in saturation. There's even a lo-fi mode for that vintage digital 12-bit grit we all pretend to miss. It comes loaded with 120 presets so you can sound inspired without actually being inspired. Intro price, $19, regular $39. Boz Digital Labs has released Pan Knob 2, a smarter take on stereo placement that fixes what most pan knobs get wrong, especially in headphones. Instead of simply turning volume left or right, Pan Knob 2 uses crossover and delay modes to preserve spatial cues, keeping panned elements feeling natural and anchored no matter how you listen.
I can now pan it as far as I want, and it still sounds comfortable in headphones. You can even take it a step further and add a micro delay, getting an even wider pan while pushing the sound farther from your head. Just keep in mind that this delay does have an effect on the mono compatibility of your track. So we provided a mono button for you to quickly check if it still sounds okay in mono.
You get full pan loss selection, linear, 3 dB, 4.5 dB, 6 dB, pan versus balance modes for mono stereo sources, and the ability to combine crossover and delay for truly realistic imaging. There's even a mono check button for quick phase sanity checks. Available now in all major plugin formats with a free demo and an intro price of $19, regular $49. Eventide has followed up its free Temperance Lite with the full Temperance Pro, a reverb built entirely on their modal reverb tech. It introduces tempering and modal controls that let you sculpt reflections and motion with precision.
See the note width control on the temper knob? It's turned down, which tightens our focus onto the selected notes. Adjusting the note width gives you a lot more control over how your reverb sounds. Sometimes you want a wider note width for richer tones. Other times you want it to be narrower for purer tones.
"29 custom designed spaces and over 120 presets worth of it. There's also a new sequence mode and full MIDI control for when you want your reverb to follow your every mood swing.
And now, for the final preset, a reverb that plays with you. In the note selection panel at the bottom of the plugin, you can see that the sequence tab has been selected. Just hit play and watch the magic happen.
Priced at $179, available now for macOS and Windows in VST 3, AU, and AAX formats. Continuing with Reverb, Auburn Sounds has released Selene Reverb, available in both free and full editions for macOS, Windows, and Linux. It's a clean, modern reverb with a full 64-bit signal path, freeze tails, built-in gate and ducking, early reflections, and an 8-band damping EQ for shaping tone. The paid version adds shimmer with 4 modes and 2 times oversampling for extra polish or self-delusion depending on your workflow. Intro price is $18.95 until December 1st, regular $38.67. Pulsar Audio has overhauled 2 of its flagship plugins. Massive becomes MPEQ and Moo is now VM Comp. I wonder if anyone threatened to sue them over their names. They're both free upgrades for existing users. MPEQ is a meticulous rebuild of their passive mastering EQ, now with linear phase correction for time-aligned frequency response. It keeps the tube and transformer coloration, but adds features like auto gain, yay, mid-side mode, transformer options, and up to 384 kHz oversampling. VM Comp is a full revamp of Pulsar's variable Moo compressor, adding extended timing controls and a visual sidechain EQ so you can finally see what your ears have been lying about. It retains the tube warmth, mix bus glue, and includes mid-side, look-ahead, and external sidechain options, all at surprisingly low CPU cost. Both come bundled in the new Blue Bundle, covering the classic EQ Comp mastering combo. Pulsar is also running a cyber sale through December 8th, covering these updates along with IPA 25, 1178, Poseidon, Echo Rec, and Primavera. Black Salt Audio has released Telos Vocals, an all-in-one vocal mixing plugin designed to take the place of your usual 14 plugin chain and resulting existential crises. It combines tone shaping, dual stage compression, saturation, de-essing, and limiting into a single clean interface. 3 EQ bands target the lows, mids, and highs, dual compressors handle control and punch, and a multi-mode saturation engine, smooth, rich, or aggro, adds everything from gentle warmth to maybe too much. There's also 8 times oversampling, a limiter, and a built-in de-esser so your singer can stop hissing like a radiator. Intro price $59 until November 7th, regular $99. Berglind Audio has launched Oolong, a new saturation plugin for macOS that skips strict analog emulation in favor of what actually sounds good. Inspired by tubes and tape, but not shackled to them, Oolong moves from gentle harmonic sweetening to full-bodied distortion with minimal aliasing, low latency, and a clean, resizable interface. Its adaptive algorithm treats transients differently than sustained notes, extending the sweet spot of usable saturation, meaning you can smack a kick without mangling the low end. Controls like smooth, wide, and crispy fine-tune the harmonic color, while auto gain and EQ filters keep things civilized. Yay for auto gain, everyone. The free Oolong Jr. delivers the core sound without all the tweaking. Full version runs $30 for macOS, AU VST 3 with Windows support on the way. Harrison Audio, the same company whose console shaped everything from Indiana Jones to Bohemian Rhapsody, has released DeNoiser, a zero-latency noise reduction plugin for dialogue and vocals. It targets unwanted hiss, hum, and ambience without the talking underwater artifacts that plague lesser tools.
Like right now, if we look, there's a kind of a constant low rumble down there. I can actually just switch this to low. And now we are looking entirely at the low frequency, so 20 to 400 hertz. And now these sliders will just be focused in on that range, allowing me to configure the noise reduction profile just for the low frequencies while everything else above it stays nice and clean.
DeNoiser offers 5 denoise ranges, 4 signal-to-noise ratio modes, and 6 multiband sliders for fine control, plus a dynamic spectral display that shows what's being removed in real time. With 0 samples of latency, it's fast enough for live or broadcast work, or for anyone who wants their cleanup done before the coffee cools. Available now for $49 USD, and you get it for free if you're a subscriber to the SSL and Slate Complete Access bundle. Canvas Audio has released SubTec, a low-end sculpting plugin built around the famous Pultec trick, the classic move of boosting and cutting the same low frequency at once. The result is that magic combo of weight and clarity without the mud, now condensed into a single knob so you can finally stop pretending you understand phase curves. SubTec expands on the original idea with variable frequency points, 2 switchable tube distortion modes, hot and cool, a clipping stage, and up to 4 times oversampling for clean harmonics. A mix knob allows subtle parallel blending if you don't trust yourself to commit. Perfect for tightening kicks, fattening bass, or gluing the mix bus, SubTec does the dirty work in one move. Intro price $19, regular $59, through December 5th. Nuro Audio has released Blockchain Ultra, a multi-effects plugin boasting 87 effects and 300 presets, because apparently there were still a few effects you hadn't used yet. Designed for fast sound design and creative processing, it includes everything from granular chopping and lo-fi vinyl to multiband clippers, dynamic exciters, stereo wideners, and algorithmic reverbs. The name blockchain has nothing to do with crypto, thankfully. It's just about chaining effects together and then losing hours reorganizing them. The Ultra version packs all 87 modules, while the standard blockchain ships with 32 and half the presets. Available for macOS and Windows in all major formats. Intro prices $99.99 for Blockchain, $199.99 for Blockchain Ultra, regular $159.99 and $259.99 respectively. Black Lion Audio has launched the Auteur Quad 2, a 4-channel mic preamp built around what they call a Chicago-style design, a hybrid circuit that mixes the clean, transient bite of classic American consoles with the transformer-saturated warmth of their British counterparts. In other words, clean on the way in, dirty on the way out, just like Chicago pizza. Each channel offers a phantom power, polarity reverse, and a 10 dB pad, with new front panel inputs that handle both instruments and line level signals. The Quad 2 also brings 66 dB of gain, analog VU meters on every channel, and both XLR and TRS outputs for flexible routing. Housed in a rugged 1U aluminum chassis with Cinemag transformers and premium components, the Quad 2 delivers 4 channels of punchy color without the boutique markup. Ships October 2025 at $899 USD. I would humbly ask that you subscribe to stay in tune with all the latest in pro audio news, technology, and techniques. And I'd really appreciate a like and a subscribe. And new to plugins this week, the weekly top 5 bestsellers on Pluginboutique.com. Let's get it. Number 5. Good old Oxford inflator. This thing's been around forever. Number 4 was the huge deal UAD had on their Triple Crown compressors. Number 3. The classic Vocaline Pro 6, still on sale right now if you want to go grab that. Number 2 was the Fab Filter Essentials Bundle sale. Unfortunately, that sale's over, but keep your eyes peeled. Number 1 was IK Multimedia's Amplitude. They had a bonkers sale on where you could pick up Amplitude, and get a whole bunch of other plugins by a lottery system. And that was the Pluginboutique Top 5. Keep your eyes peeled for sales next week. We start updates this week with a doozy. Steinberg has released VST 3.8, marking one of the biggest structural changes in the format's history. The VST 3 SDK is now open source under the MIT license. That means developers can freely use, modify, and distribute VST tech, even commercially, as long as they keep the copyright notice intact. It's a huge win for plugin developers who've been quietly grumbling about Steinberg's old dual license setup since the mid-2000s. Alongside that, Steinberg's ASIO SDK has moved to GPL v3, pushing the company's once tightly guarded technologies towards a much more open ecosystem. Together, these moves lower the barrier for developers and hint at a new, less corporate Steinberg, one that actually wants to play nice with the rest of the audio world. VST 3.8 also brings MIDI 2.0 support and updates to VST GUI, the toolkit developers use to build plugin interfaces. And look, I'll admit it, I picked Cubase back in the day because it had VST, and yes, I'm now officially vindicated for betting on the right horse 30 years ago. VST 3.8 also brings an ASIO partnership with OBS, the broadcasting software. So let's look for some tight OBS integration in the future. Black Audio's Ecstasy neural Saturator has officially landed on macOS, bringing its AI-driven analog saturation engine to the other half of the studio world. The new build mirrors the Windows version's tone and workflow, optimized for Apple Silicon and modern macOS systems. This update adds improved performance, stability, and a few subtle UI tweaks, meaning your CPU suffers slightly less while you chase that perfect amount of harmonic bliss. Now available from Black Audio for $24.99. UnitedPlugins has updated Phantomix to version 1.1, adding a deceptively simple but genuinely handy feature, the No Effects button. It instantly bypasses everything running through the plugin's Phantom processing section, letting you A/B the dry, dynamically split signal against your processed one, perfect for those moments when you're not sure if you've made it better or just louder. The update is free for existing users via the UnitedPlugins Manager. Phantomix has also returned to its intro price of €19, regular €79, with a 15-day full trial available for the commitment phobic. Open Planet Software has released Sessions 5.0, a major update to its live looping and performance app for Mac and iPad. Sessions lets you capture, arrange, and trigger musical scenes, self-contained loops or layers in real time, functioning like a compact, touchscreen-friendly version of Ableton's Session View. The new Session Mix view provides a bird's-eye grid of all 12 scenes, complete with colorful, easy-to-reach buttons for level control and seamless switching during live sets. The addition of pinned scenes lets you keep certain loops or layers running while toggling others, effectively turning Sessions into a hybrid between a looper, mixer, and performance rig. Version 5.0 also adds expanded MIDI mapping, so you can now pin-unpin scenes and adjust scene volumes directly from your controller. Sessions is available on the App Store as a universal purchase for $19.99 for Mac and iPad, with no subscriptions or in-app purchases. The update is free for existing users. Solid State Logic has released SSL 360 V2, the latest update to its cross-platform control software that ties together the company's U-Series controllers and SSL 12 and SSL 18 audio interfaces. The new version delivers deeper Pro Tools integration, improved hybrid workflows, fixes some Cubase bugs, and expanded monitoring customization, all aimed at making SSL's hardware-software ecosystem feel even more like a unified console. The update syncs track order, colors, and selection between DAWs, the UC1, and the UF8, so what you see is what your controller does. The new collapse and pin system makes it easier to manage multiple channel strips and compressors within the SL plugin mixer, while bus comps now follow track selection, bringing more console-style immediacy to in-the-box sessions. A new hybrid mode bridges DAW control layers with plugin control, letting UF8 and UF1 users access automation shortcuts and parameter tweaks without switching contexts. On the interface side, SSL 12 and 18 owners can now fully customize the monitor knob outputs, assignable across any outputs, including SPDIF on the 18, and both mixers now respond to mouse scroll fader controls. Free update available now via the SSL Download Manager, and if you ever doubted SSL's commitment to the hybrid studio era, well, this update practically screams, we're still console people, but we know you're all in the box. Audacity 4 is in alpha, with the full version rumored to be coming very soon, bringing a complete UI overhaul and modern workflow to the classic free editor. Expect a cleaner layout, real-time effects, and better mixing tools while keeping that open source heart. It's shaping up to be the biggest leap in Audacity's 25-year history, and you can always follow Tantacruel on YouTube to get in-depth breakdowns of how he's changing Audacity. Teenage Engineering has been teasing a new Riddim Supertone line, a reggae-inspired family that includes the EP40 mini mixer, the Ting Effects mic and effects unit, and a new groove box built for live dub performance. Nothing's shipped yet, but naughty leaks and launch party sightings suggest an official drop is imminent. Indie devs, the usual suspects, have announced the JE8086, a faithful emulation of Roland's JP8080, right down to the original DSP chip behavior. It's cross-platform, completely free, and aims to capture that legendary Super Saw sound without a vintage price tag. Coming soon to melt your CPU and heart. Ableton Live 12.3 is now in public beta, adding built-in AI stem separation, splice integration with search by sound, and faster AB device switching. It's a remix-ready update that pushes Live closer to being a full production and sampling powerhouse, and it's live for testers right now. Aurora DSP has unleashed Nosferatu, a Halloween-themed high-gain preamp plugin that's equal parts monster movie and metal machine. It features a dual-mode preamp, main drive and boost, a tube power amp with presence and resonance, and a cab sim offering 2 voicings, from tight modern bite to coffin lid doom. Rounding out the crypt, a built-in gate-mate noise gate, tuner, metronome, recorder, transpose control, and full MIDI support. There's even a studio environment mode for a touch of faux room tone, in case your home studio isn't haunted enough already. Free for macOS and Windows, in all versions and standalone, because sometimes the best tone comes from beyond the grave. Playfair Audio has released Body, a free one-knob Dynamics plugin built on the same DSP core as their flagship Dynamic Grading. It's essentially a simplified demo that lets you experience Dynamic Grading's intelligent dynamic shaping approach without the parameter overload. Instead of classic upward or downward compression, Body reacts around the center of the signal's dynamics, producing smoother, more musical movement. It also includes the familiar Source Learn feature, which automatically calibrates thresholds based on the input, so you can stop pretending you set by ear. Free for macOS and Windows in VST 3 and AU. After signing up at playfair-audio.com/body. No copy protection, no nags, just one knob and a surprising amount of class. This is one of the reasons I love Pluginboutique. Pluginboutique has put together one of the most useful and comprehensive free plugin roundups on the internet, called Free VST Plugins You Should Actually Get. It's a surprisingly comprehensive guide that goes way beyond the usual clickbait lists, focusing only on plugins that are genuinely worth using in real projects. Everything's clearly organized by category, from synths to effects to mixing tools and utility plugins, and they even include an all-in-one download bundle with over 50 solid freebies. It's the kind of resource you'd expect from a blog or forum thread, not a retailer, which makes it even cooler that Pluginboutique is the one doing it. It's also a reminder why so many producers buy through PIB in the first place. You get verified downloads, reliable licensing, actual customer support, and a library that tells you when it's time to update, and exclusive deals. Plus the occasional bundle deal or loyalty bonus that makes you feel slightly less guilty about your plugin habit. A retailer building trust by promoting free tools? That's good business and pretty rare in this space. Alright, I want to try something a little different on the channel, because if I just keep talking about plugins and QR codes for plugins, I'm going to start sounding like a salesman at Guitar Center. This one's about something way less sexy but way more important to audio professionals: backups. A few years ago in my project studio, my main platter drive just gave up the ghost right while I was shuffling backup drives to make room for audio samples. Perfect timing, right? I lost every single project I was working on in my home studio, and worse, the sinking feeling of knowing I'd have to tell professional clients I'd lost their work. It was brutal. Sure, maybe the drive could have been recovered, but the data recovery quote was $1,200. Or, for less than one of those triple oat milk half sweet foam lattes with sprinkles, I could have had all of it safe in the cloud. Oh. That's why I use Backblaze.com now. Unlimited backup, totally automatic, and it just works. No weird bloat, no demons, chomping CPU, just simple set and forget protection. For us engineers, it's peace of mind, and if you're wrangling corporate level chaos, Backblaze Business has you covered too. QR codes on screen, grab the free trial with my affiliate link, and don't let one hard drive ruin your music again.